right, here with Lydia back-to-back 68s, another 4 under today. Scores are a little bit lower, or a little bit higher today, so I think yours is probably a little bit better than how you felt about it yesterday. Just evaluate your day.
Yeah, I think I don't really know which 68 is better. At the end of the day, I guess, it's the same score. Yesterday, I think during the middle of my round, I made a couple mistakes, and then I played really well in the back nine to kind of end up finishing 4 under, and I think that was the same case today. Bogeyed 11 to go back to even, and then made a really good par on 13, and I think just to know that I was still back at even rather than being at 1 over when I wasn't playing that bad, I think helped a lot with the momentum, and especially with a good drive, you've got a really good chance for a birdie or perhaps an eagle, and I made that eagle today on 15. So yeah, I think I was just able to ride on the momentum from there, and I had a lot more birdie opportunities coming down the stretch compared to the rest of my round, and I think that definitely helped for me to finish strong today.
I know that hole is playing as the Andrews Reward hole this week. What's eased up about it today? It didn't seem this easy yesterday. A lot of people have made eagle on the hole.
I think with the pin being front right, it's only 5 on, 5 in the right, and yesterday it was more like back left, so the bunkers come into play, you've got longer clubs in, and I think today was a little calmer with the wind conditions, so I only had like a really chippy 6-iron in, so a lot of the longer hitters I'm sure had like a short to mid iron, so I think the key to that hole is hitting a good drive, and I think that just sets up a good birdie opportunity. And because the pin was at the front, I think even if you were in the bunker or in the rough, I don't think it was necessarily like a difficult pin to attack from there too.
Just talking to Sarah, I know you all have roots here in Seoul, or in Korea, specifically in Seoul. How cool is it to kind of be back and have these kind of crowds? I mean, I know you're pretty used to big crowds, but to have this kind of like a hometown crowd feel.
Yeah, I'm born in Seoul. I'm proud to be born in Seoul. I lived my first few early years here in Korea, so every time I come back here, I'm super excited, and I think there's a part of me that really wants to play well because I don't come here very often, and this is my birth country, and that's always going to be a special place to anyone. Even though I play under the New Zealand flag, I think Korea is such a special place for me, and a hometown to my parents as well. So yeah, I think just seeing the fans here, it's still the weekday, so people are getting off work. I know my brother-in-law is getting off work, today, and then going to come out and watch on the weekend as well. So I'm expecting for the crowds to just keep getting bigger. And I know this is not like super far from Seoul, so which makes it logistically a little bit easier for people to get out to. And I think Korean people love golf and love the LPGA, so it's because we don't come here often. It's just a one time in an annual thing. I think that's what excites them, and that's what excites us to come back. And personally, it's a tournament that I want to play well at because I'm born in Korea. Yeah.
And then just final question for me. I mean, if I had to give an award to the most solid player this season, you would win by far. I mean, you've been playing some good golf, maybe even vintage Lydia golf. When you're in contention in a place that obviously means so much, what are you thinking heading into the weekend? I know obviously got that win back earlier this season and have been so close so many times, but what's the mindset really? Are you just kind of going for broke, or are you just kind of stepping back, enjoying the moment?
Yeah, no, I feel like this is the most consistent I've played in any of my seasons. Even when I was number 1, I think I had just won more frequently in that season. And didn't have as many top 10s, or the percentage of top 10s compared to how many events I was playing. I am getting older, so I am playing less events than my rookie year or my first few years on tour. But it's definitely nice to be in contention a little bit more frequently, and I think that just boosts the confidence levels. And I think at the end of the day, it's a momentum thing. When you start playing well, you're able to feed off the good energy, the good things that went on from the week before, and try to feed off that the week after. And I think I've been able to do that pretty well. And I think especially this last kind of from the middle of the season towards now, I don't think I've ever gotten like too hyped up about it or like too down, and I think that's just allowed me to play a little bit more freely, and I think that's a good place for me to personally be at. And that way, even when I'm not playing well, like I don't like let that one round affect the whole week, or how I approach the next day. And it's kind of a refresh, and it's still a learning process for me, but I am getting better at that. And I think so many people have said like the less I am like focused on like the result orientated like aspects, the better I'm gonna play, because I'm just out there having a good time, and I feel like I'm having fun, and I'm in a great place in my life off the golf course as well. So it just kind of all comes together, and I'm hoping to finish the season off strong. But no matter what happens, I think it's been a fun season, and I'm excited for it to end, but also excited for next year and what's to come.